Hello, summoners. Welcome to MainDeck Masters. My name is Jacob, and today I finally have that Rixa list that y'all have been asking for. I know it's been a while, but it took me quite a while to actually get it made to a point where I'm at least somewhat happy with it. I'm actually decently happy with it. It's not going to be the most competitive list because Rixa just costs too much, but for fun with friends and locals, it's a decent list. I mean, I took second today in my locals with it, and it's a lot of fun. It's very tempo oriented. It's kind of combo heavy, and you can just have a lot of fun with it. Getting all your combos out and extending your attacks over and over again is really really cool. So yeah, I'm finally happy with it. So I would like to share it with you. Make sure to like and subscribe. It helps out more than you think. We're almost at 500 subscribers. So if you're new here and this is your first video or you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to check to see if you have. And if you haven't, click that subscribe button. We would really appreciate it. Let's get into the build. So we're going to be starting with our Nexus, and we are starting with 3 Emerald Sanctuary. It's really just there to sit as green reduction for your Luceriums and your Alron, and then you can ramp onto it with your Lucerium. Its plus 2k ability isn't the most useful. We're not using it that often for it, but it's just a symbol on board for green, and you ramp onto it with Bark Maiden and with Alron just so you can get a bit more of that core ramp going, so you can start doing more combos faster. You can replace it with any low drop Nexus if you don't like this. The Purple Sanctuary is fine, though you won't get the extra ramp from Alron if it's on the board. And then, of course, Totem Poles is something that you could play, but it's really up to you. I'm fine with Emerald Sanctuary. And then, of course, we're playing 4 Rotting Swamp because we're in purple, and playing 4 Rotting Swamp is pretty much the way to go. You kill your own stuff, you draw cards off of it. We know the drill with Rotting Swamp. We're playing 4 of it. And then let's go ahead and get into Spirits. To start, we are playing 4 Bark Maiden Lucerium. And part of it is what I was saying earlier is we're trying to ramp onto our Emerald Sanctuaries or our Alron so we can get ahead in cores a bit, so we can start making those extension plays, because purple is pretty core heavy, and then her level 2 ability to be able to call a spirit out for free helps us with combo extensions once we get into the mid game. And people don't really want to kill her, which is fine because you can kill her yourself with Deadly Balance or something like that. So, Lucerium. Then we are playing 3 copies of Dark Knight Agil. He's a very cheap purple spirit to get out. He also has Curse, and he can draw us a card when we use the Soul Core. So that's why we're running the Agil. Not really much else to that. Agil is a good card. And then we're playing 3 copies of Costume Artist. She's got Curse, she kills something and draws a card with it. Kill an Agil, you draw 2. Have Rotting Swamp on the field, you're drawing 3 or 4. So it's just a really good card. People aren't going to want to guard it because what they guard it with is going to die regardless. Costume Artist is just really good. Gotta love her. Then after that, we're playing 2 copies of Beldegor. I was at 3, but I didn't find like I really wanted to use 3, so I cut it down to 2. 2 is still good. Beldegor does his thing, kills a 4-drop that's exhausted, comes back out of the grave for more attack extension. If you want to bump him up to 3, that's fine. But 2 is okay. You burn through the deck, you'll see your Beldegors. You only need 1 in the drop to start doing your immortal plays, so it's okay. And then after that, we are playing 2 Warden Gargoyle. He's pretty good to get out of the grave to remove 2 cores from something, but really he's just there as fodder to ascend off of our Rixa, which is why we're only playing 2 of him. We don't want to see him early, and when we do see him, we really just want to use him to, to die, to, proc our Rixa when summoned, which is why we're playing 2. Get those out of the way. Afterwards, we are playing, of course, 4 copies of Forest Guardian Alron because she is still just really good. She ramps us, she stifles our opponent's aggression. She can also be an aggressive card. In this deck, she's more of an aggressive card than she is a defensive card. You bring her out with 3 cores on her, you tap some of their stuff down so they can't guard with it, and you keep going. So Alron has been really good in this deck. And then we are playing three Dark Knight Mordreds, just to be able to, their stuff is tapped down. We remove cores off of it, make things weaker with its own attack ability. Calling it free off of Lucerium is really nice because, they block with something, your Lucerium dies, you call out the Mordred, you remove cores, that spirit's dead. It's a good card. I'm actually really liking Mordred in the build, just as, a card that can really start helping us remove our opponent's board. After that, we are playing 3 Black Lance. Black Lance, best Lance. He draws us 2 cards, and he costs 2 at max reduction. He's just really good, so we're playing him. And then an addition that I've been liking is 2 Dark Knight Persivals. So Percival, you have to pay for him and then pay the soul core when he's summoned to summon a spirit. But you can get a Warden Gargoyle out of trash, so you can summon Rixa off of it. It's just really nice because you pay for him and then you just pay the 1 extra core to get a spirit out of the trash. You grab another Lucerium, which is really nice because then you can kill your Lucerium with a costume artist and draw cards and then call something else off of that Lucerium. So you're getting free calls back to back. The free summon on Lucerium with Percival, and then a free summon from your hand off of Lucerium dying. You can call back a Beldegor if you want to be able to, kill one of their exhausted spirits. You can call back an Aglavale, but, Aglavale won't be able to draw because you're spinning the soul core, which is a little unfortunate, but, it'd be like that sometimes. But your main goals for this card is bringing back a Warden Gargoyle or bringing back like Lucerium in order to continue your extensions to be able to kill your opponent. And then finally, we are running 2 Dark Dragon Knight Rixa, because the deck really is actually pretty fast when you draw correctly, and you don't need more than 2 Rixa. Usually Rixa is just there to seal the game. Like, you slam the Rixa, remove 1 core from all their stuff to the trash, and, if they've got 4 or 5 spirits out, some of them may only have 1 core on them, you're killing some spirits. The other ones are leveled down. If they have cores on their Nexus, they're losing those cores, and they go to the trash, not the reserve. So they just straight up lose those cores. So if they just lose 5 cores, it makes it really hard for them to be able to defend against this last attack. And then, at level 2, when it attacks, you can call something for free. You mainly are trying to get your Black Lance out to draw 2 more cards, but you can grab a Mordred to remove cores from something. You can grab an Alron to ramp some more, a Warden Gargoyle, whatever you really need from it. And one of my favorite plays is Rixa summon Percival. Percival spin the soul core, summons like a Warden Gargoyle. That removes 2 cores from something. Then you have a free like Doubly Deadly or Deadly Balance target on your Warden Gargoyle since it's coming in exhausted. And you have these additional attackers. So he's really there for you to slam at the end when you're trying to destroy your opponent. When you're trying to win, you don't really want to slam him early. You just want to go for him on the kill turn, or, sometimes you just don't even get to Rixa. You just combo extend with your Luceriums and your costume artists, your Deadly Balances and stuff like that to just keep extending your attacks in order to kill your opponent. But, Rixa 2 is plenty fine. Plenty fine. He ends games. So when he comes down, he usually ends games. Unless you get counter-sorted and then you just cry, right? On to Magics, we're playing, of course, 4 Deadly Balance. Don't mind this only foil Deadly Balance. I need to pick up my 4th SPR. It's Deadly Balance. You kill one of their things. They kill one of their things. You kill one of your things. You profit off of it because of Rotting Swamp or Lucerium, or you profit off of it because it's an Alron or a Mordred. And not only do you draw off of your Rotting Swamp, but you call back your Beldegor because of it. They lose a spirit, or if they just have, you have nothing on board, you just flash Deadly or cast Deadly and kill their spirit without losing any of your thing. Deadly Balance is just really good. And then Deadly Balance is really good, but, Doubly Deadly is double as good. So we've got 3 copies of Doubly Deadly because we want to see it, and an early Doubly Deadly just completely destroys your opponent's board. Kill 2 of their things. Again, you kill your Lucerium, force them to kill 2 of their things. You draw off of Rotting Swamp, and then you draw into an Alron or a Mordred or a costume artist or something like that to extend, you slam that on the board for free after wiping 2 cards off their board, and you keep going. So Doubly Deadly has been very good, especially against those, mid-game boards before they're able to ascend into their 2-cost spirits. And then plus, Doubly Deadly can get rid of their 1-symbol spirit, so then you can Deadly Balance and get rid of their 2-symbol spirit as well. It's just a really good combination 4 and 3 I'm really liking in this deck. Then we have 2 Core Theft, because sometimes we just need to remove the cores from their stuff. Sometimes we have a lot of cards in our hand. Even Core Thefting for 1, just to level down their spirit, is really good. So Core Theft is just, it's great. And at 2, we could put it at 3, but I think 2 is fine. If we were to put it at 3, we would cut a Doubly or a Deadly Balance, and I don't really feel that great about that, so I'm just leaving it at 2. Then, of course, we have 2 Beam Rifle or Thorn Prison, whichever one you are preferring to use. And, it exhausts your stuff. Beam Rifle still ends game, so we're still running it. And then we have 4 Ice Shield because it's Ice Shield. And that's the deck, really. I don't have a side deck built for this because I've only really been playing it casually at locals and stuff like that. So I don't really have a side deck for it, but other ideas that I've had for the deck are maybe like trying to add a few more curse spirits, because we've got the Black Lance, and we've got the costume artist and the Aglavale. But what if we added like Dragonaga Assassin and Ouroborsha? Because Ouroborsha is really good. It turns out having Deadly Balance on a body is really dope. And being able to plus off of that with your Rotting Swamps is even more dope. So unfortunately, the only thing like with Ouroborsha is she can't kill your Lucerium, which is what this deck is mainly about, is killing your Lucerium off to continue extending. I would say that, of course, in side deck, you'd probably want some counter swords. You probably want to play Curse combo. Valkyrie Hilders would be good. Mr. Hilders would be good because you have Lucerium, so you can like kill your Lucerium into a Hilder to bounce their Hydra or something like that. But since we've got like Doubly Deadly and Deadly Balance, then that's actually also, kind of works it out itself against the Hydra in the Ira matchup. Against like Valkyrie bounce, you kind of just have to kill them faster than they kill you, and you just kill other stuff on your turn, because if they get a Jotengrim on the field and they get armor purple, it's kind of pretty difficult to take care of them. So I would say, yeah, for like side deck and stuff, I would say Curse combo, some counter swords, some Valkyrie Hilders would be nice. I'm not, maybe extra Core Theft and extra Beam Rifle would work. But other than that, I think it's pretty good. I think that's basically your sideboard there. Maybe Floodstream if you're looking, if you want to stop aggro and stuff. So I think that's pretty decent. So there's the Rixa deck. Let me know what you think down in the comments. I may make a few more changes to it depending on how it plays, but it's like I said, it's a lot of fun. And once you understand how you're, trying to play your combos and everything like that, it can be really deadly. It can be extremely deadly. Is it as good as the straight up like just Tempo, Serpent, or Abortia list? I don't think so. But I do really love making those combo plays with the Lucerium and everything like that. It's just really satisfying to do. And Rix is so much fun to play. I just wish they wouldn't have done him, as dirty as they did, making him not be able to ascend off of Blacklands, also making him cost so much. Like an additional reduction or him only costing 8 would have been really nice. Then again, also, Nemesis is also a good, you could play Nemesis, but if you're playing Nemesis, you don't really play Nemesis plus Rixa. So maybe you put Nemesis on the side and then you like side out the Rixa for the Nemesis, but then you might as well just play its own build with like the Serpents and Ouroborsha with Nemesis as a top end. So, but the deck is fun to play, and if you're looking for a fun purple deck that you can pop off with, play this. So hope you all enjoyed. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe. It helps out a ton. We'll have more deck profiles coming soon. I think we have updated profiles to our older lists, like the Valkyrie Bounce and the Ira and everything like that, coming soon, plus more gameplay videos. I have a lot to edit, so just give me a little bit of time. I am one man editing things. I'm getting Dave to help me edit some more stuff, so maybe we can get that editing train going to where I'm editing something, he's editing something. I'm teaching him right now how to do all that so we can pump more content out for you guys. But we really appreciate your patience and we appreciate your support. Until next time, have a great day. We'll see you in the next video.